Good morning, YouTube. This is going to be a big video for everybody. Caleb and I are taking our first road trip with the T-Rex camper and the Ford Lightning. We're super excited. We're going to be heading all the way down to Atlanta because we're going to look at something kind of special. Yeah, I guess I'll just say it. I found another Mustang. So I probably shouldn't buy it, but I think I am. So we're going to take the opportunity to do a road test with the camper, T-Rex. Go look at this Mustang. We're gonna drive a few hundred miles. I know, buddy, the door's open. We're gonna close it. So stay tuned. Let's cross our fingers that everything goes smoothly. I think it will. Usually does, but I don't want to get stranded on the road. So here we go. I forgot the most important part. So before we head out, Caleb's getting in his seat. I wanted to show you guys that I am at 390 volts. I got up early this morning so I could balance the two packs. There's still just 2 amps transferring from the truck to the T-Rex camper, but at 390.3 volts, that's almost 100%. It's probably about 98%. Oh, well, the truck says 100%. That's it. Just wanted to update you guys on that before we shoved off. So here we go. Man, yeah, that thing looks sweet. Looks really nice. This is a nice neighborhood too. Hey guys, well, I made it to my halfway point. Knock on wood. Thankfully, everything has gone great. There has been some interesting developments, which I really wasn't anticipating. Let me open this up. First of all, just like my test with my Tesla Model X, the first 50% of the battery went suspiciously fast. I was a little nervous because it was disappearing so quickly, and also like that test, I don't think I fully charged. I think I still left a little bit at home, but I will spin the camera around and show you guys the numbers that I'm seeing. Oh, actually, before I do that, another thing that's super interesting is that this truck actually accurately counts the miles per kilowatt hour. Every other car that I had this connected to, it would show me some astronomical, crazy miles per kilowatt hour number because it was always thinking that the power coming from the T-Rex battery was regen. With this truck, it must get the sensor input at the motor or something because it's accurately measuring it. So let me spin it around. So you can see the truck says I did 2.1 miles per kilowatt hour, which is right. I mean, that should be about what I'm really doing. I went 208.7 miles and I'm just past half of the battery pack. I'm at 48% right there. So that means we've officially crossed over into range extending territory instead of just a range loss mitigation. So that's what a lot of these companies who say they're going to come out with a EV trailer, that's what they're thinking. They're going to have a motor on the actual trailer, and their goal is to just kind of mitigate the loss a little bit. With my trailer, with the T-Rex, you can actually tow and extend the range, which I think is pretty cool. You also might notice that I have a little wrench icon. During the trip at some point, that popped up. Everything's still driving fine. I was surprised, but it happens every once in a while. My RAV4 EV that I had this connected to, that service vehicle light would come on here and there. Every car's a little different, but with that car, I just disconnect the 12-volt battery and it would go away. With this truck, this wrench icon came on a couple test trips that I was taking, and it went away automatically on its own. So knock on wood, so far that part has been great. No issues with the truck. It's just thinking what the heck is going on. But speaking of what it's thinking, I have this Diablo Sport meter that I reviewed before, and I can do a diagnostic. And I didn't realize I could do this on here But while I was driving, I noticed this, and I didn't want to reset it while I was driving, but I can do it now. So trouble codes. And this is what the truck is thinking. So hybrid battery positive contactor circuit stuck closed. Hybrid battery negative contactor circuit stuck closed. And that's only because it sees power constantly. The contactors aren't stuck closed. It's just getting power from the T-Rex camper. And POAA6 is hybrid battery voltage system isolation fault, which is another common thing that I would see with these. It's just because the way I connect to the car, it just thinks that there's an isolation fault in there. So right now I'm going to clear all and see what happens. The car is still on, it's still in drive. Oh, and that was quick. And the wrench icon is gone. Sweet. So this thing is really proving its worth. So now I can clear codes. That's awesome. No trouble codes available. Awesome. But I also wanted to show you the voltage. Right now I have 5 amps transferring from the T-Rex into the truck. I do have some accessories running. Oh, that's the other thing too. I had AC going this whole trip. We were listening to stuff. So we were actually using power compared to my other trip with the Model X. I had no air conditioning on. I was really trying to be conservative. With this trip, I took it like any family would take it. I had Caleb with me, obviously in the back, so we want to be comfortable. So I did use all the amenities on this trip. So that could be another reason why I think I'm going to end up with less range than I did with the Model X. But the Model X is a more efficient vehicle. I mean, that was 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour, something like that, without towing, just normal driving. And this one I get normally 2.5. So it makes sense we're going to have a little bit less range. But that's what we're at right now, 353 volts. So yeah, I'm at the house here where the car is. We're going to go check it out. And that'll probably be in a future video. But yeah, I hope this Mustang is as good as the pictures. More to come. Wow, that thing looks pretty sharp, Caleb. Wow. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. You want to get in? So he said this doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, some work there. No door triggers for the lights. Looks like interior was painted. Carpet headliner.
How you doing, buddy?
So are you still selling that one?
Man, not if it's not for the right price.
Yeah.
I feel like those smock ones, like the market for them was really hot a couple of years ago.
It all feels solid.
Yeah, no, it's, I mean, listen, I haven't seen anything major outside those things that I texted you. Those aren't even really major things, just a little TLC you need to do to it, but the lightning, huh?
Yeah. All right, I'll give it a try to start it again.
Let's see if it'll... Sitting over here, so that's
So I think we're gonna pass on that, but what did you think of the car, Caleb?
I liked it.
You liked the car?
The door was too loud.
Yeah, I had to disconnect the running boards because I have the OBD2 powering the Diablo Sport meter that's up there. But yeah, so you thought it was cool? I thought it looked pretty neat. It just
Daddy.
needs a little work. And for that price, I didn't really want to have to work on it too much.
Daddy,
Yeah?
it's hard to get in the truck without the steps.
It is hard to get in there. I have to get a OBD2 splitter because the steps use the OBD2 plug, the data plug for the truck. But all right, so anticlimactic with the car. We're gonna pass on the car. It looked pretty neat. It was hard to start and it was a little rougher than I thought with the pictures. Seemed like a great guy and the neighborhood is awesome, so I trust him, and he's been nothing but honest about the car, so I don't feel bad for driving 4 hours down here. But yeah, just think I'm gonna pass on it. So now we are gonna go to a cavern
With fossils and jewels.
There's gonna be fossils and jewels and start the trip home. But yeah, here we go. Okay, thank you. So it was going through a whole long intro, but we're gonna try to use the onboard navigation. The truck has been getting a lot of nice updates, so hopefully it is going to be better now. We are navigating ourselves to Raccoon Mountain Caverns, and that's going to be the next stop on our journey, unless we stop and get a hotel. I'm not really sure, but this is about a 2-hour drive. I think we're going to try to go up there and then maybe get a hotel somewhere around there. It'd be nice if I could find a hotel with a charger, so I don't have to think about range at all this entire trip. But for now, we're gonna head back north. Here's a quick update from the road. We just stopped to get some pizza. Knock on wood, everything is still going really well. The check engine, or not the check engine, the service vehicle light has not come back on yet, but it might here and there. It happens sometimes. These are really high-tech vehicles, and sometimes they just get confused and they don't know what is going on. But yeah, here's my dash. I'm averaging 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour, which again, I'm still amazed that this truck has been able to monitor actual usage to the motor, which no other vehicle so far has done that. I've left this car on, so I haven't turned it off, so that's why it says 5 hours and 5 minutes. We are at 257.6 miles. The guessometer here, the range estimate is 107. Which, it's just funny that it started off at like 110, I don't know, 111, something like that, went up to 180. It's been kind of moving around, and very, very slowly the range has been dropping. It's just learning, it's figuring out how much power I'm gonna be using while towing. But yeah, that's it for this quick little update. Knock on wood, so far so good. Hi, we're here. We are at Raccoon Mountain Caverns and Campground. We're actually not going to camp today. It's just too hot. It's like 92 degrees. I don't have air conditioning in the camper, unfortunately. I thought about buying one of those little portable ones, but they're like $1,000 and I don't have that right now. So we are here. The car, everything is going great. I could show you some numbers. I am at 336 volts. And my mileage right now, I'm at 323 miles, 6.5 hours, 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour. The guessometer thinks I have 58-mile range left, but let's see on this guy here. It says battery remain is 28 kilowatt hours. So I should have about double that. Let's say 25 times 2 for the battery pack, so that's 50 kilowatt hours remaining times 2.2. I should still have 110 miles left. So the car says 58-mile range, but 110 miles left. But after this, we're gonna go to a hotel that's just a few miles away and recharge us for the night and recharge the vehicle for the night, and then head home in the morning. We're not too far from home. Like, we could drive straight home, but we're not going to. Caleb likes hotels, and we're gonna go to one.
Hotel.
Hotels. So that's it for now. We're gonna go hang out and have some fun.
Bye.
Well, I made it to a level 2 charging station. It is the only one around. Caleb says hi. So we're at a hotel. Unfortunately, the Raccoon Mountain place didn't really pan out today. They were all booked up for their cavern tours today. And because it's thunder and lightning really hard, they weren't doing the panning. You want to do some mining for gems and stuff like that. And they weren't doing that because of the thunder and lightning. So luckily, Caleb is still in good spirits, but we're gonna check into a hotel. Right now, it's charging very, very slowly. We're getting 3.7 amps into the T-Rex, and it's about the same going into the truck. So in total for this trip, we did 326.8 miles, almost 7 hours, 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour. And like I said in the last clip, I think we still have 100 to go. I think this was a very successful test. The check EV system light never came back on, but again, sometimes it does, and you just reset it and it goes away. But I think that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and there will be more content to come. So feel free to follow along on our journey. Bye, Caleb.
Bye.
See you guys.